from Mahalo Wellness here. Have you ever sat down and wondered, what's a hormone? What are my levels at? Well, do I have the test for you? Today we'll be going over Genova's one-day hormone saliva kit. With this kit, you'll be collecting saliva in each one of these tubes in order to tell us about your hormone levels and your sleep habits. Let's get started. First thing you'll need to do is fill out the requisition. This will be provided to you by the provider or in the box already. As a patient, you'll need to fill out the back portion that says patient information. If you have a Medicare card that's red, white, and blue and has both A and B, you'll need to fill out the insurance information with your Medicare information. Do not provide secondary or supplemental, just your Medicare. Then you'll need to give an autograph at the bottom so it gives them the okay to run the test. And finally, if you observe the front here, you'll need to fill out the day and the time that you do your test. And that's it. Just mail it off with your saliva and the requisition's all ready to go. Next, let's go over some preliminary work before we even get into the kit. First things first, if you're on any medication or hormone replacement, please let the practitioner know. Next, 1 hour prior to doing collections in each tube, make sure you have not eaten, brushed your teeth, had any chewing gum, or any of that sort. The only thing an hour prior is just water. You'll actually want to make sure you rinse out your mouth with water before you do the collection in order to make sure there isn't any leftover food in there. And finally, in your collection tubes, try to prevent having any bubbles or mucus in your collection. If you're having trouble getting saliva going, you could put the tip of your tongue to the roof of your mouth. That'll collect saliva underneath your tongue and collect that. Now we're all ready to get our collection going. If you notice here, they provide a pamphlet that explains every portion of how to do the test. Make sure you read it thoroughly before you do anything with the test. Now, as for the collection portion, if you notice right here on the second page, there's a chart with the times and the types of tubes you'll need to collect. You will always collect all 7 tubes, no matter what. Now let's go through each time and tube you'll need to collect. First things first, upon awakening. This is right when you wake up, you'll need to have one of these blue tubes on your nightstand. You'll need to fill this blue tube up to the 1 milliliter line with saliva. 30 minutes after awakening, you'll fill up the second blue tube up to the 1 milliliter line as well. Then, anytime between the time of 7 and 9 a.m., you'll fill one of these clear topped tubes to the 3 milliliter line. Our next times would be from the times of 11 to 1. You'll need to fill another clear tube with 3 milliliters of saliva. And then the next time is any time between 3 and 5 p.m. You'll fill another clear top tube with saliva up to the 3 milliliter line. Second to last, you'll fill another clear tube with saliva up to the 3 milliliter line from 10 to 12 midnight. And finally, you'll fill your last tube from the times of 2:30 to 3:30 in the morning a.m. Now, one thing particular with this is you want to make sure not to turn on any lights when you do this collection, because the bright lights will mess with your melatonin levels and give us inaccurate readings. Just be sure to put it on your nightstand and collect the saliva once you set your timer for 2:30 to 3:30 in the morning. With all of these collections, you want to make sure you do it within a 5-minute span when you start and stop. Which brings me to, you'll make sure you are provided with these stickers here. Each sticker has your name, your date of birth, the start and stop time. You'll fill out each one of these stickers and put them on the tube so they know when you started and stopped on your collection. Once these are all filled out and all of the saliva tubes are ready to go, you can freeze them for a minimum of 2 hours before you do any shipping. Or you can put the tubes in the freezer as you go, as long as they're all frozen a minimum of 2 hours. Once they're all labeled, frozen, and ready to go, all you'll need to do then is make sure they're all in the bag right here, packed and ready, and then FedEx them off to the lab. There'll already be a label here ready to go that sends it off to the right place. But if you have any questions, feel free to call Valhalla at any time.